LeBron James, is he an all-time great scorer? No, he is the all-time greatest scorer. Is LeBron James clutch? Well, you could make the argument he's the most clutch player ever.
Like, I'll say this with Michael Jordan, and I don't mean this to be controversial. 6 teams were added to the NBA. There were 90 players added to the NBA.
There was more physicality for sure. A lot of that was just harder fouls. Go watch the 1993 NBA Finals against the Phoenix Suns and tell me that was a physical series.
You're hired.
When it comes to the most dominant, most historic, and most consistently great franchise in NBA history, that is by far the LA Lakers. And when you look at their lengthy resume, their just awesome history, guys like Kobe, Shaq, Wilt, West, Magic, Kareem, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, not many franchises can have multiple dynasties over a 20-year period. But looking at the Lakers, they have that and even more.
I pure, straight hate you. But god damn it, do I respect you.
Now, unfortunately for Lakers fans in the 2020s, the LeBron James era has tarnished an otherwise great franchise, as what the Lakers have become during his tenure is a glorified soap opera. And even worse than that, they're hanging banners for in-season tournaments. The Lakers franchise in the LeBron era, they get more headlines and more coverage for off-the-court drama than actual great play on the court. And the thing with LeBron James, the pattern of a media circus following him, it's really nothing new. As when you go into business with LeBron James, there's really a few expectations and guarantees. Number one, your team is in win-now mode from day one. Damn the draft picks of young players and your franchise future past LeBron. The second guarantee, he's going to get his guys in there to make decisions, choices, and build the roster out of his own clutch clients. Now last but not least, he'll use the media very, very sneakily to apply pressure at every waking moment. And over the years in Cleveland, but especially Los Angeles, the LeGM moniker has become very, very popular. And some fans want to deny it, say it's not true, and kind of deflect LeBron James is involved with the Lakers front office. But looking at their latest move, getting JJ Redick, his podcast buddy, as the coach, it seals the deal on LeBron James being the pseudo GM of the Lakers, and the Lakers franchise being a puppet for Clutch Sports. And speaking of that JJ Redick podcast for LeBron James, why I was so critical of it from the jump is that the agenda was fairly clear from the first episode. No matter how much X's and O's they talked, how much game film they broke down, there was always one constant through line. Pro-LeBron narratives, rewriting history, and glossing over his failures.
And everyone said it's a super team this, super team that. But we had to build our team around all minimum guys. Yeah, we had Rio, we had Udonis, but we didn't have enough.
And Redick on this podcast, really no pushback, no corrections to obvious LeBron lies. In all actuality, Redick was a bona fide yes man on this podcast. And for LeBron, he loves nothing more than a yes man. And Lakers fans, let me save you a couple of months. It's only late June, early July, but your season's already over before it started. This Lakers team yet again, they're going to be in the middle of the pack, a play-in team, fringe playoff team that wins around 44 games. They might sneak in the playoffs, and if they do, another first-round loss. But the funny thing is this time, who's LeBron going to blame and throw under the bus? He's got his guy Anthony Davis. That's a Clutch Sports client. Got his coach, his podcast buddy, that being JJ Redick. The only guy they can blame further is Rob Pelinka. So Lakers fans these next couple of years, enjoy it, live it up, being a low 40, mid 40 win team that makes no noise in the postseason. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is the Clutch Sports takeover of the Lakers and really the entire NBA. As since LeBron James got in Los Angeles, all his moves, all his decisions have been tied to Clutch Sports. 2019, Anthony Davis, a Clutch Sports client. The Lakers gave their entire future, their draft picks, their young core, for Anthony Davis. A guy who 3 years later, yes, got a bubble championship, was a scapegoat constantly for LeBron James, and his failures. 2021, who did they bring in? Russell Westbrook, because LeBron and Anthony Davis signed off on it and gave Pelinka approval. Of course, an awful move that ended badly. A year and a half later, Westbrook, things weren't working out. He got dumped for D'Lo and company, who then filled in as the scapegoats for the Lakers team in the postseason. And of course, this year in 2024, with really no more scapegoats to blame, who did they turn to? Darvin Ham. In the past 6 years in LA, LeBron James has really scapegoated everyone at every position. Role players, scapegoated. Other star players, scapegoated. Numerous head coaches, also scapegoated. And eventually the front office will be scapegoated to spare LeBron James of any criticism. And once again, looking back at those coaches, Luke Walton, 2019, one and done, he's out. Frank Vogel, despite winning a championship, got axed a year later. And then Darvin Ham, 2 years, made the West Finals, then made the playoffs, got booted, and was scapegoated. And now comes in JJ Redick, who's just a lamb to the slaughter. What I see in Redick is Steve Nash 2.0. A guy who from the jump is set up as the scapegoat. And much like Steve Nash, had the approval of the star players. So congrats JJ, you're a coach in the NBA, but in a year or 2 years' time, going to be tossed under the bus and kicked to the curb. And why I'm so confident that will happen is looking at LeBron's career, not just Los Angeles, it's a theme everywhere he goes. His first stint in Cleveland, who was blamed for their failures? The role players and lack of star talent. And of course, Mike Brown was branded as a bad coach. In Miami, Spoelstra tried to get him fired, and 2011 is on record saying the Heat didn't have enough help outside of him, Wade, and Bosh. His second stint in Cleveland, what happened? Constantly playing the GM, applying pressure, and getting the media to do his dirty deeds. From 2014 to 2018, the Cavaliers made a total of 43 trades involving players, all because of the GM. And speaking of the GM, in LeBron's 22-year career, he's made a total of 118 players and picks, traded for or traded out. In Michael Jordan's career, which is 15 years, only 35 players total were traded in or were traded out. If you're the so-called GOAT, the chosen one, can carry these rosters, carry these teams and franchises, why do you need 9 different head coaches, 100 plus player trades, 3 super teams, and 20 plus years to be 2 rings short of Jordan? If you're actually the quote-unquote guy, the GOAT, why do you need this much drama, this much help to surpass Michael Jordan and what he did in only 15 seasons? And the last thing I'll say regarding LeBron James in this video, as an individual player still putting up some great stats. Is he as effective as he was in his prime? No. But his overall numbers are still pretty fantastic, especially considering his age. When we talk about LeBron James in the back half of his career, especially in Los Angeles, he's done more to harm his legacy than actually improve it. And what do I mean by that? The constant nonsense, the constant drama, off the court issues, needing new coaches, new roster moves, just the entire circus surrounding it has soured a lot of fans on LeBron James. If he would have gone out in 2020 on a high note, winning that championship, that would have been better than dragging out for the past 4 years and failing every single season. In essence, LeBron Los Angeles is ripping off a Band-Aid very, very slowly. It's painful to watch, it hurts, and really nobody wants to see it anymore. So, LeBron, you're not catching Jordan, you're too old past your prime, and Redick isn't the answer for the Lakers to be a championship team. So, as always, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.